Yo, welcome back to Coolin' Out.
Welcome back, everybody.
Sorry for the short delay. It's only been a day.
A day, yeah.
It's been a day, a short delay, you know.
Busy schedule.
Busy schedules. People were traveling, you know. We got our own lives. How you been,
but now
man?
we congregating on a Friday evening.
Yeah, you know.
To get the pod done.
Oh, a sacrifice. That's a sacrifice. That's what they call it. But yeah, we congregate.
Springish night, too.
It's nice outside.
I know.
Back is a little damp from the walk. I was like, okay. A lot of things could have happened.
Regular Friday, exactly.
A lot of things could have happened, but we came here to record this podcast because we said we ain't gonna let y'all down.
Proud of us.
I like that word, professionals. That's what we are. We're a man of our commitments. we stick to our words. We are committed.
Yes.
Dedicated,
Without
determined. Some would say disciplined.
Some would.
Man, how you been, man?
It's been a long week.
Okay.
And I was on vacation, so I don't know. Vacation was cool.
Okay.
I went to Seattle. Very nice place. Very nice, scenic, fun places, fun areas, fun spots that I would definitely recommend. Went to Seattle, Tacoma, 5 days. It's good to get away. But you talked about this when Terrence was on. Like, you really trade off, because since I've been back, it's just work.
Yep.
And this weekend going to be some work. So it's been a trade-off.
Yeah.
It's been a trade-off, so overall. But you know what, let me not. It's been a fun week, you know. Got to catch up with some coworkers last night, too. So, you know, I can't really complain.
Yeah. That's the bad thing about it. I wish, like, there has to be some kind of way. Well, I guess it depends on what company you're working for. They have to just be a little more understanding.
Yeah.
And, like, I guess the rest of the team has to, you know, pool in together to make sure that when you come back, you just start off where you, like, left off rather than 5,000 steps behind. Like, that's the worst when you come back from vacation. Then, like, you're just in the office every night till 8, 9.
Yeah.
And then you got going on a weekend now because you just have to.
I say for the most part, it was worth it. For the most part, yeah.
I mean, I keep hearing Seattle's a beautiful city.
It really is a beautiful city.
Yeah.
When I was looking at the forecast, I thought I was entering London. It was nothing but clouds and rain. But when I got there, I got a decent dose of sun. First day, we actually stayed in Seattle because the friend we're staying with lives in Tacoma, or near Tacoma. So we stayed in Seattle. Rainy night, but really dope, like, nice places to visit, I must say. Sunday just did a lot of tourist stuff. Space Needle, museum, music fantasy, like, center where they, like, it's like a highlight reel of, like, certain different things, and Seattle bands like Nirvana, or they have one for Pearl Jam, things of that nature. And,
Gotcha.
yeah. And then the rest of the week, just around Tacoma, hiking and stuff. And it was fun to just sleep in consecutive days, get away. I could just get up. By the time I get up, it was like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock here.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice. I haven't done that consecutively, you know.
God knows how long, yeah.
Yeah.
How far is Tacoma from Seattle?
Oh, what was the drive? Probably like 25 minutes.
Oh, it's close.
Yeah,
Damn near a
yeah.
suburb then. Okay, that's
Yeah.
not bad at all. I keep hearing beautiful things about Seattle. If anyone in Seattle knows, you know, a club promoter or an event booker or something, you know.
Yeah, tell them reach out.
Reach out. Bring Coolin' Out there. We doing live shows now. What was I saying?
Let me save that. Actually,
Yeah, we'll save that.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, man, that's good. I'm glad you enjoyed your vacation. You know,
For the most part, yeah.
yeah.
How was your week?
It was good. Oh my God. I guess similar. I guess it kind of like flows from last week where I got back from vacation. I was feeling swamped. Now this week my boss went on vacation, so it's like I felt like I just got back, you know, in the flow of things and caught up on all my work, and then it's like I'm trying to balance now my work and hers also.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's nice though because nothing against her, but when she's not there, I just have, you know, more freedom and I can, you know, just move how I want to move and, you know, do things on my own time and get things done, you know, without whatever. But it's just better sometimes when, you know, your boss leaves.
Definitely.
Yeah,
that
so it's just been still hectic, still a little busy, but not too crazy. I lost my phone. That was Tuesday. I went to a networking event. We'll talk about, networking later in the podcast, but really dope ass networking event. I would tell the name of the company, but they don't pay us for it.
Yeah.
But really dope ass networking event. Met some cool people in the startup industries and all that stuff. The event was open bar from 6:30 to 9:30. So I'm already lit 9:30, and then obviously a group of us congregated in the back, like, yo, let's continue going out. And that's where I knew.
There's always a select few.
And that's when I knew.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, all right, I'm 27 years old, and I still ain't learned shit. Like, I knew, like, I'm like, yo, all right, yo, just go home. But it did not happen, as it never does.
Who you telling?
So anyway, I ended up being out till about 2 o'clock in the morning, Tuesday night, in the back of an Uber. I had my phone in my lap, and I dozed off. And then when the Uber driver woke me up, I'm assuming I just got up and like the phone fell in the car or whatever. But I knew someone, like, I knew I lost it in there, but I knew someone had stolen it, because when I got upstairs, I was looking for it, and I started calling my phone from my work cell, and it was ringing for a little while. Then someone cut it off, and I was like, damn, somebody got me. Yeah, so then I had to pay some money to get another phone. It was just. But it's funny. I'm honestly not, like, most of the time, like, when I spend money unnecessarily, I get very upset. So I was proud of myself because I didn't even get upset. I was like, all right, whatever. Like, it was my fault. Like, I learned this ain't the first time I did that. Like, this is probably like the fourth time I had to call an Uber and be like, yo, I need you to come back, give me my phone. Like,
when was mine? June or July? Thing.
So it's like, this isn't like my first rodeo with this with this situation. It's probably just the first time that I actually, like, lost my phone and couldn't get it back. So yeah, I wasn't mad. Ultimately it was just a lesson I had to learn, but it was a lesson I didn't want to spend that much money to learn.
I hear you.
But still, whatever, man. You fuck up, you live.
Yeah, sometimes you come on the losing end. I've definitely just lost the phone and had to pay.
Keep my phone in my pocket from here on out, though.
Last time out, I was on the iPad texting. Like, and to his credit, my driver was. This is just a quick side note.
Nah, tell me.
He texts. He's so nice about it. Like, I'm doing him a favor. Comes back eventually with the phone in the afternoon and these sunglasses, the ones you told me about that I cannot lose. To save my life.
Can't lose them.
It's not for lack of trying.
Lost mine in New Orleans,
they
but
keep coming back. And he's just like, yeah, thank you. Somebody would be like, tip me or something.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was like, all right, I got to give him something.
Yeah.
I go on the Uber account. He doesn't accept tips. What am I to do? what am I to do?
He's just a good Samaritan.
I had to just pray and thank the good Lord. Another thing he said, knowing better, but still.
Yeah.
Like, I went out to hang with my coworkers. I'm like, you know what? End of the first NBA game, that's like 10:30. I'll see where it's at. I'm gonna just probably head home, see if I can hit the train. 12:30. I'm looking at the Portland game. Like, it's time to go.
Yo, so listen to this. Wednesday, right? So I wake up Wednesday. I make an attempt to go to work. I'm like, shit, like, my body's rocking. Like, I'm like, I got the shakes and all. But so, like, I get up, right? And, like, initially I feel really bad. Like, so I get up. I'm like, all right, I fight through it. I power through it. I'm like, all right, let me iron my clothes. I'm ironing my clothes. I feel good. I feel like, not good, but I feel like I can, make it through a work day. Bro, as soon as I went to put my my shoes on to, like, leave out the house.
The hand of God.
Bruh. It felt like someone was just, like, slapping me, like, what the fuck are you thinking? What the fuck are you thinking? And I sat down on my couch, and it was a wrap. I just had to send that text out, like, listen, flu-like symptoms. Had to hit her with the flu-like symptoms. I don't know where. Yo, hit her with the flu-like symptoms. But I got to work from home, so I wasn't, I wasn't stressing it. But I didn't get up from my couch. I didn't eat. I didn't do anything until like 4 p.m. Like, it was a bad one. It was just open bar, and I'm just like, oh, cool. But it wasn't. But it's also like, we'll talk about it later. But it wasn't just because it was open bar that I was excited. It was because I don't put myself in those environments enough.
Yeah.
So when I was meeting people like that were doing like really dope shit and just meeting really cool people, I was excited. I was like, you know, and I'm just drinking because I'm super excited. I feel like I'm in an environment that I envision myself being in, but I also don't put myself out there enough.
Yeah.
So when I was out there, I was like, yo, this is super dope. Like I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna maximize my time here. I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of this, and that's what happened. But yeah, such is life. But we'll talk about that a little later in the podcast. We're gonna talk about these sports things first. Let's start in the dark days of Cleveland because there's multiple things going on in Cleveland right now. We got Adam Silver losing his damn mind. We got the Browns and the Cavs losing their damn minds. Let's start with the firings first.
Okay.
The Browns firing, I'm not
long overdue.
Yeah, long overdue.
I'm not counting the man's up. Well, doesn't he still get his money?
Of course he got his money for
and
this
I'm
season.
Like,
this season and the next.
You know, taking anybody your job, but I ain't gonna feel that bad when you got a guarantee.
Listen,
millions.
He gonna sit on the couch for the next 2 years,
and this is long overdue.
Wake up on the first and just be like, all right.
I think he won like 2 games in the last 2 years.
No, 3 because they won 2.
They
won 2 this year. They won 2 this year. He walked into this season 1-31.
He should thank his lucky heavens.
I don't know how. Like, he the only nigga in the world that like.
And why was this the tipping point?
I have no idea. But the thing that baffled me was because I was hearing reports where it's either going to be Hugh Jackson, who was the head coach of the Browns, or it was going to be Todd Haley, the offensive coordinator of the Browns, because apparently their personalities have been clashing, they've been butting heads.
Oh,
yeah,
do you one better?
Yeah, so it's like, oh yeah, it's going to be either or. So then obviously Hugh got fired, and all these sports sites are coming out like, oh, well, we guess they chose Hugh. 30 minutes later, got that alert. Oh, sorry, we misreported. They also fired Todd Haley. So I guess I just wanted to get all that negative energy out of there. It's hot as hell in this room.
It really is. Desert-like conditions.
I'm like, yo. I mean, it's probably because they got the heat on still, but they don't realize it's 70 degrees outside. This is unlike the weather. I mean, like, you know, unlike what the weather should be right now in New York City. But I'm like,
yeah, I
feel like that drip going down my back. I'm like, shit, it's hot. Shirt sticking to my arms and shit. This ain't what I can't work under these conditions.
I was just clutching. I told you my pea coat just last Friday. The scarf wrap pea coat. You know what he took? Like a sleuth.
I brought the gloves out.
It was cold.
It was brick. It was like 42 one night.
And now this.
Yesterday was warm. Yesterday was worse than today.
Came here with my sleeves rolled up.
It's hot. And I bought a coat and I had to put it in my book bag. Yeah, I was like, yo, it's too hot. But anyway, yeah, so
kill us.
Browns lost their damn mind. Then Ty Lue got fired, which that one doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but I am happy for him that he got out of that.
You happy that he got out of that?
Speaking of guarantee, he has even more guaranteed money, and he doesn't have all these things on his resume now because they're going to suck this season. You see Love's out another month and a half, 6 weeks?
You see Larry Drew ain't pick it up.
Oh, he didn't? Oh.
No, Larry Drew was supposed to be, they offered him the interim head coach job. He ain't taking that shit without no.
Oh, restructuring his contract.
Yeah, because they only want to only give him interim head coach until the end of the season.
When he's basically coaching the full season.
And going to get all them L's on his record. Yeah. All those L's.
This ain't a mid-season. It's 76 games.
The entire coaching staff of Cleveland's coaching staff, all their contracts expire at the end of the season.
Oh shit!
So he's like, nah, I want to extend, give me a long-term contract, guaranteed. I'm not about to basically lose 76 more games on my coaching record for 1 year.
That's a good point.
And JR talking about
to definitely have about 60 of them things.
Oh, at least 60, at least.
Damn.
He gonna be just depressed on the side. But if you got guaranteed money coming in, how sad can you be?
And Ty Lue will get another job.
Facts.
He's a championship level coach. I don't know because he had LeBron how good he is as a coach. I don't know. That's not a slight. I don't know how good Kerr is on an X and O's standpoint. I know how good he is as a people manager.
It's hard to gauge how good a coach is when they have stars like Luke Walton. I still don't know how good he is.
Same, yeah. Yeah, we'll get to them. Well, yeah, so he'll get another chance to actually see how good he is. And the part that I think is unfair because you had LeBron, but it was a LeBron-centric team. Like everything had to rotate around LeBron and fit his specialties. So now he's gone. You don't really give him a chance to see how good they can be without. But again, the good point is you got your guaranteed money and you probably weren't going to make the playoffs. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect them to start the season 0-6 though.
I did not either.
I watched a couple of
They let
preseason
the
games.
Hawks spank them.
Yeah, I watched a couple of preseason games. I ain't gonna lie, and I was like, oh, they don't. They might.
They're decent.
I thought they were gonna like be in the fighting for the eighth seed in the East for the play, like make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Then the season started. I'm like, remember back in the days when me and you used to be arguing in St. John's, arguing with the world about how good Kevin Love was,
Yeah.
and how his numbers weren't a facade, and how people were overlooking him as being one of the best power forwards in the league.
Mm-hmm. That was 6 years ago, though. All this Minnesota love, like he had been under LeBron. I didn't expect 26 and like the numbers he was putting up were ridiculous. I didn't expect him to average another 26 and like those are insane numbers for a season.
Yeah,
I was thinking like if you put up 20 and 10 guy, I could have saw.
Yeah, but it's not about the numbers. It's about even when people were arguing with us like 6 years ago, they were saying those are empty numbers because it doesn't help a team win.
Yeah,
he was putting up the numbers. Even when he comes back, I don't think he's gonna help them win.
It's a good point.
He's gonna get his numbers, but they're not gonna win.
My thing is like there's just certain eye popping numbers, but to their point, if you're not winning, it really doesn't matter. But there's just certain numbers that are just like he did what?
No, yeah, Minnesota. He was doing
26
some
and
wild
12
shit.
is serious, but you're right. He didn't win.
They were trash in Minnesota, and apparently they trash in Cleveland also.
LeBron put up less. They made the playoffs. No, I'm banning LeBron from this. Like Durant and not good points. Let me stop it.
No, it just goes to show how great LeBron is, though.
Yeah,
he left. He left the first time. They were terrible. He left them with an all-star now this time. Kevin Love locked in.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still terrible. First of all, he left them with an all-star in Kevin Love and some very good young pieces. Rodney Hood is promising. I think so anyway. Jordan Clarkson is promising. Larry Nance is promising. And you got some decent vets. Tristan is a rebounding machine.
Kyle
Korver, he wants
Colin Sexton.
Oh, Colin Sexton, yeah, the rookie. Yeah. Kyle Korver wants out. J.R. Smith wants out.
They should, at this point, blow it up.
First of all, I only came to Cleveland. Let's start there, yes. Who wants them? Second of all, I only came to Cleveland because Braun was here.
Yeah.
That's not a desirable place to be.
Not at all.
Dan Gilbert is fooling himself if he thinks that Cleveland, Ohio is a desirable place to be.
I don't know why Silver gave them an
which leads right into my next topic.
I saw that alert.
Adam Silver, he ain't never let me down.
It's one of his few missteps.
I'm not gonna lie, he's been a great commissioner for the league, pushing the league forward, making a shit ton of money.
I'm faking an injury before I go to an All-Star game in Cleveland, Ohio in February 2020.
Cleveland. First of all, it's cold as hell already in February. No matter where we are, unless you're in Miami.
And it's not worth the cold. Like if it's one thing when you freezing a couple years ago in Madison Square Garden, because your next couple days about to be fire.
we gonna be just chilling off of Lake Erie.
Hit up Shaker Heights. I don't know.
Only nigga that probably was excited to see that was probably LeBron.
Oh yeah,
he was probably the only one like, oh shit, I'm gonna go back. They gonna give me hella love out there. But like outside of that, no other NBA player was like, oh shit, we going to Cleveland.
A quick tangent that reminds me of the combo we had about Dan Gilbert and James Dolan.
Oh, how terrible they are.
Incompetent as owners, but one had a player that was infatuated with Cleveland for some reason.
He almost felt obligated to play in Cleveland.
Crazy. What's up?
But I think that's why. So yeah, that's a great conversation we're having. Basically, they're both terrible. They're both incompetent. Dan Gilbert just lucked up and had LeBron, who was born an hour and a half away, and got the #1 overall pick and
loves Cleveland.
Yeah, wow. And felt obligated
to come
to Cleveland and come back. But you see how fast he left. He didn't even weigh his options. That's how I knew. He's like, yeah, I gave y'all all I can give y'all. He just literally, I'm out. But yeah, Silver let me down with this one.
I don't even.
Cleveland, beloved.
What's that? 4 years from now, who is gonna be?
What's the two cities in between? Because this year,
I don't know.
I think he's trying to get the small markets more All-Star games. Because this year it's in Charlotte.
Ah, okay.
So
that makes, yeah.
What year was the Cleveland one?
Deserve
What year is the Cleveland one? 2021?
22.
So I wonder where 2020 and 2021 are going to be.
Yeah, I didn't check.
One of them has to be in a large market.
I would hope. It can't just be small markets.
Because you can't have like these international people like travel like to come see this stuff.
Flying into Cleveland.
I don't even know how you'd even get there. Is that even an international airport? I hate to shit on Cleveland, but like, 2020 is in Chicago.
Okay,
that's cool. And then 2021, Indianapolis. That's gonna be terrible back to back. Indianapolis, and first of all, I don't know what his fascination is with the East Coast.
Word.
4 years in a row on the East Coast.
When's the last one that touched Staples?
You would think they would have. First of all, so you got Charlotte. No, you got Charlotte, Indianapolis, and then Charlotte, Chicago, Indianapolis, and then Cleveland. First of all, what's his fascination with the Midwest?
That's a good point.
That's
a good point.
He trying to freeze niggas out. Chicago in February. I mean, at least Chicago's a desirable place, but like.
Yeah, when he retires, these are going on your resume.
Yeah.
All the good you did.
Yeah, 2019
Remember that stretch of terror.
Those 4 years from 2019 to 2022, we don't know what you were thinking.
The Midwest stretch of terror.
Midwest love. Boy, out here giving the Midwest all these all-star games. Oh, my God. What the hell is wrong?
You think Nelly getting a look at the halftime show?
Dirty. Word, right? Bring it back. All right, we talked about that. We could go to Boston.
No, I got an alert from Bleacher Report, and they were I think Boston's won
too damn many.
Is it 12 in the last 16? Since like 01. They've won, just the amount of titles they've won.
I think it's 10. No,
five Super Bowls.
5 for the Patriots.
1 Celtics.
1 for the Bruins.
Red Sox?
4 for the Red Sox. So 9. You might be right. 9, 11.
11. That's just
1 for the Celtics
crazy.
and 1 for the Bruins.
Then, of course, you got to think, so I reflect here in New York, we won what since then?
Since when?
01?
01? I know we ain't win shit in basketball.
So 2 Giants. The Yankee in 09. Didn't they win some earlier in the?
Yeah, so probably
5 or so. It's just crazy to win.
We're not dominating the East Coast like we used to.
Which made me like, that's a crazy ratio to.
Why don't people want to come play in New York anymore? In any sport?
No, Dolan. You mean for the basketball team?
Just Dolan? That's your answer?
What, for the basketball team?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just Dolan. It's his fault.
I really do think it starts at the top.
But it's still New York City. Like, what is Dolan doing that makes him that? Like, for example, right? Excuse me. If I'm a superstar player, say the likes of a Kevin Durant, right? I mean, granted, he's incompetent, but like he has deep pockets. He spends the money, and all you really need, which he doesn't do, the GM to be competent, to build a team around you. And you're playing in the Mecca. You're playing in New York City. Like, what more? Like, why wouldn't players want that?
There's just no trust. Like, I would flip it and say, before they got Magic, there was a stretch there for the Lakers where they got no prominent free agents at all.
Yeah, Mitch Kupchak.
Mitch Kupchak and Jimmy Buss.
Luau Deng got blessed in that period.
They couldn't even get meetings from prominent people. They were getting laughed at. And it's the Lakers.
And this is L.A.
So I think it does start at the top. Now you got Magic in that players definitely respect and revere.
Yeah.
I don't know who's that for the Knicks. Everything below them, like, aren't we the only African American president
and GM,
GM and coach? No.
Yes.
So they got that.
We got a threesome. Yeah, we have that, but ultimately, I guess going along with what you're saying, the players have to have trust in upper management as a whole. And yes, those 3 faces look nice, but we know who the top guy is. Yeah, it's James Dolan. Mr. I want to play my guitar and sing.
Yeah. Whatever his band's called. Yeah. So
his band is terrible, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah, the most successful franchises are like The Warriors now, they're top notch.
I hate them.
Yeah, scratch that.
But they are
even like
successful.
Miami to get LeBron, the way it said they run their organization. The Spurs, who's been successful for like
God knows how long.
Yeah.
The Spurs definitely are, I would say, top class organization.
The Celtics.
Yeah, wow. Speaking of the Celtics, quick question, quick aside. You think they offer Kyrie the max?
At this moment, yes. I do.
Why? I don't think they will, but you tell me why you think so.
He's their best player. He's not gonna
Questionable.
He's not gonna be there. Yeah, it is questionable. He made the right turn this week.
He did have a great game after he cut that damn pro off.
I do. If they hadn't given Hayward that contract, I'd be like for sure because he looks. But yeah.
Well, Hayward,
I do think so.
Hayward needs more time.
Yeah,
But he's just, I guess maybe because I was looking at him on the Jazz when he was playing by himself, he might have had that Kevin Love effect. Like he doesn't look as like.
Be fair though, he did just have a gruesome injury,
That's
so
true.
he's a little hesitant.
I'll be hesitant as fuck.
You
too.
can see it.
You would never see me jump off the ground again.
Yeah, he's not the same.
I'll be doing floaters like a mug. There'll be no dunking ever again. That's true. Yeah, I'll be hesitant too. I suppose I heard Kyrie was playing hesitant as well. After getting the knee surgery, so he wasn't really going after it like the way he used to, like attacking the rim and none of that stuff. Like, suppose he didn't trust his legs yet.
So you don't think they do?
No,
they're overloaded. That might be a bad thing.
That's exactly why I don't think they will. Because there's just too much. There's too much talent on that roster. That's one.
But they paid so many people that don't deserve. Like Tatum, give him whatever.
What are you gonna do? Trade Gordon Hayward?
At this moment, no. That's impossible. The way
he's locked in. Al Horford's locked in. They just paid Marcus Smart.
No, Horford expires soon. Because then he signed either the Durant. No, he signed the summer before Durant. Because remember, wasn't he at the meeting for Durant? He's gonna expire soon.
It ain't gonna be this summer though.
But you could. It's all about what you want to pay in a luxury tax. So if you know Horford, do you want to retain Horford? Or are you going after Anthony Davis? I don't know what their plans are. Uh,
But do you want to pay Kyrie Irving where you can't even rely on him? He's had so many injuries to his lower extremities. It's not even funny.
If we're having this conversation, honestly, there's only like a handful of players I want to pay that money. These supermaxes I'm seeing, I think they're going to all end gruesome for the most part. I think Russell Westbrook's on is going to be disastrous at the end. Chris Paul without question.
What do you mean in the end?
John Wall without question.
What do you mean in the end? Like the last year?
The last 2 or 3 when he's making $40+ million.
Westbrook or Paul?
Westbrook. Well, Paul without question.
Yeah, Paul. His last 2. We signed 4 years, right?
Iffy, yeah.
His last 2 are about to be terrible. I think Westbrook sees the end of his contract. He's 30 now, and this is the first year.
No, he's gonna see it regardless.
No, you know what I mean.
Caliber of player.
Yeah, I think he. I think if I was to say, so this is the first year out of the 5.
Yeah.
This year, I would say probably just the last year is really terrible.
Okay.
And only because he relies so much on
knee scope every offseason for how many years now?
The past 3 seasons.
It's cool now. It's not even cool now.
And one season,
younger.
He had it the past 3 seasons, and then that season where Patrick Beverly injured him, he had to have it 3 times because the first time they did it, it didn't heal correctly. Then they went in again, then they did a different procedure the 3rd time because it didn't heal correctly.
You're right. He's not quite LeBron, but he's like on human miracles.
Look at how he's playing.
He hasn't lost a step.
Yeah, look at how he's playing.
That's noticeable to my eye. But I don't know how you maintain that as you get older and you keep having these.
Yeah.
Like this is becoming an annual thing. Like, it's the summer?
That's probably why Paul George only signed for 3.
He got his didn't he have a dead leg or something? Didn't I just read that?
He had a what?
A dead leg, dead knee.
Who got a
nerve?
Who?
Paul George.
He had a dead leg?
Some kind of nerve damage or something. I just read that yesterday.
I didn't hear that.
Oh.
I mean, it probably described why he's playing the way he's playing, but
I don't understand the contract he took either. He could have took a max.
He probably just really wanted to play with Russ, but he was like, I don't want to be here in this last year when Russ looked terrible.
Maybe. That makes sense.
I mean, a lot of things in the NBA just don't make sense to me. Like a lot of the money that's just being tossed around. Like people who are not max players, like don't deserve max money. I don't care. Like if you, like for example, right? So I was talking about like the old max, right? Joe Johnson, like he used to get blessed like by the Hawks just because like he was the best player they could get. Mm-hmm. But why am I paying you just to know that I'm going to lose in the second round regardless? Max.
Well,
I'm not selling hope.
I think the flip, to be contrarian, they would say it's a business. So then I would be like, I'd have to analyze the ticket sales. If he's not moving a needle either, and we're losing in the second round, then I'd be like, I would agree. If he's bringing people to the arena, then I'd be like, all right. And we're not going to get anybody better, and he might be a trade piece. I could see that. But no, he didn't deserve. But if he's just going to walk for nothing, and he's going to free up our cap, but he's going to take all this attendance with him, I could see that.
Joe Johnson ain't putting no asses in the seats.
I fully agree, so I don't know. I don't know why they did that.
But a lot of, I'm trying to think, like, who got a max. Well, Chris Paul off the top of my head. Chris Paul off the top of my head. Like,
AD, Westbrook, Harden. Harden keep getting blessed.
First of all, Houston, if I was Harden, I would never leave Houston. I would retire there.
No,
every time. Yo,
Daryl's my lifelong friend.
Every single time, these niggas don't play no game. First of all, they extend them when they don't even have to. It's literally like every single time, like the cap goes up, they like allocate 20% more to James. Yeah, like he like signed a 5-year something $200 and something $1 million extension, and then when the cap went up the next year, 5 years $237. Like they want to make sure that he stays in the same caliber of all the players around, which is great.
That's tremendous. Because one, they took a chance on him.
Of course. And they blessed him.
They repeatedly blessed him.
Yeah. So, but it's also like, it shows like, I guess, good character.
It does.
Amongst like,
And again, ownership. The players see this.
You're right. Because average owner would be like, you signed this contract. Like, what are you complaining?
Yeah, good.
You signed this contract for the cap went up, and now you mad at me because you signed a contract? Yeah, James he keeps getting blessed. They keep just lifting his shit higher and higher, making sure he stays amongst the top players, which is good. It's really respectable. Like Daryl Morey takes care of them. That Chris Paul one, no, he gonna be sad when he.
That one, I don't even know what you do because if you're asking me sign him to the contract or not, obviously not. But I can't just let him walk. And obviously there was no in between. There was no. Well, there was a give and tuck because he didn't get a 5-year. Yeah. He got the 4, but is there an option in the contract?
No, he's
That's
got
when
4.
Negotiations get tough. It's like you are going to look so bad at the end. Like,
yeah. But Chris also came out and said that before season was over, that he wasn't going to take anything less than the max. And the reason why he said that is because his entire career he has been taking less than the max. This was his first max contract ever.
All right, that's a
and he's on his last legs.
That's a good narrative.
So it's kind of like how much leverage does do the Rockets have when you're walking in? It's like, all right, well, we keep him, or we lose him for nothing.
And to his credit, it's not like
who else is giving him a max though? A contending team that was going to
no contender would no contender.
No one. So I'd have been like, I'd have played my hand.
Ooh.
I would have played my hand. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
He would have got signed. I would
have let him go.
But then if he comes back disgruntled. There's so much you gotta weigh.
That's why I said I would have just let him go.
Oh, but then you just
bye.
If you feed into this that the Rockets were this close to a Game 7 and that
look at him now.
We've been saying this. We
said that was an anomaly that wasn't going to happen.
This is a blown chance. It was a miracle they got to a 6 and a 7. We were saying this in the moment, and they didn't close. It's like, you're not going to do this again.
Yeah.
I never understood why people assumed. Do you see the Golden State Warriors? Do you see who's on the roster?
You see what they're doing? The Golden State Warriors are doing this year.
And this is without the Fayetteville Boogie signing. This is the same team essentially with Jerebko.
And they just look,
I don't know why you were just chalking that the Rockets are going to match up with that. And then when they started making the moves they made, I was like, all right, that secures it.
Yeah. Melo. Have you been looking at any of the games? Or even the box score?
Actually, when I was in Seattle, Tacoma, what was it? I think it was Tuesday. We were playing Portland.
Yeah.
And Harden was out, and it was the Paul and Melo show. I wanted to text you that this was the moment Chris Paul realized that Melo was really wild. Because they looked wow.
Son, that I think is this game. You know what? About, he shot 3 for 12.
I think so.
That was the night. Before that game started, I was like, all right, cool. Like, Melo gonna show people he's still Melo. I'm saying this to myself. I'm like, yo, you starting now. You know you gonna have because gonna have shots. I thought he's gonna have shots. Like it's only you.
Yeah, we devote.
Only you and Chris Paul.
They're saying, hey, we devote. We still believe.
I was like, listen. I was like Melo Clank. With the 7 for the L. I was like, yeah, he got this. He got this.
Clank. Gruesome.
Nigga looked like. Someone was cutting him off at the knees every time he went up for a jumper. Like
stepping in the long twos. It was a gruesome scene on that court. It was ugly below.
His breaks are gone. They were somebody who got the rebound.
He's not even playing within the system.
Listen, Capella got the rebound, right? Him and Paul are running on a fast break. Paul tossed the ball over to him. And he was trying to stop and pull up for a jumper. The nigga took about 8 steps. Because like you could tell he just couldn't stop himself. He was like,
I don't want to see another off-season video. It's like, done. It's done.
Every off-season, he puts them same videos out.
Look, he told us when it's time to come off the bench, he'd know. He lied. He lied.
He obviously he's not self. What is that thing he called self-awareness? He ain't self-aware.
I was like, dear God.
But a lot of athletes don't know. We always see it before they see it.
Yeah, damn.
The boy was out.
I gotta see it when Braun and like Drake get old to see what they start doing.
But the 2 games before that, he did have 22 and 24. I gotta throw that out there.
That's true.
2 games before that, he did have 22 and 24. So
was he starting?
Yes, Harden. Yeah, Harden was out.
Okay.
He did have 22 and 24 the 2 games before that.
No, you got to.
So I will throw it out. But even with that though, he still didn't look good.
Yeah.
Because the game has just changed too much, and he didn't evolve with the game. He's like, as you said, he's not playing within the system.
He'll dribble it in to take it's like 3-pointers and layups. Dan Tony must stay awake at night like, fuck.
Yo, I wish they would have a...
the owner had to talk him into signing him, no matter what he said.
Oh, facts. I wish Bleacher Report would come out with a game of zones like about this about this Melo situation.
And Tony banging his head on the table
every night. Oh my God, yeah, man. I don't know. Like he just doesn't look good.
It's a shame. Like I still like
how fast it goes.
Yeah, I still thought you can score. That's your talent. That's your elite talent. But
apparently not anymore. But I knew when it was real. When Stephen A. Smith finally admitted that.
When was this?
This was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
On the Stephen A. Smith show, I believe. Yeah, on his own show, he admitted that Melo he ain't got it anymore.
He lost his all.
But Stephen A.
He was the last one.
He been riding for Melo for years. It's just not the right system.
But if we all in the car together, we got off at the stop before. It's not like we got off the town before.
Yeah.
We were still holding our home.
Yeah, this nigga Stephen A. Smith was holding on to stock.
Yeah.
Until it went bankrupt. This nigga bought high and sold low as fuck.
No, he lost everything.
Yeah. I don't know. You would think,
it's actually, a scoring league. I'm not
going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
What?
I was going to say you would think, he would still be able to at least be able to shoot. Remember Paul Pierce in his last year?
His legs are going like that, though?
No.
Paul Pierce was like in his mid-30s.
I'm laughing because every time Paul Pierce shot, it was like a fucking bullet, like a bullet to the front of the rim. Like everything was just flat as fuck. Like it was like
heat seeker.
It was like my nigga jump, like jump. And I was like, yo, you
couldn't get over a penny.
You just think it was like, yo, he got overnight Zach Randolph hops. Like he just could not jump anymore. And like you just think like, yo, damn, like you get older, you can still at least like jump, but I guess you playing an 82 game schedule, included plus playoffs over. I think he played for 18 years, so 18 seasons. Yeah, that'll do it to any man. But I remember his last season just being like, yo, damn, like this nigga Paul Pierce really just washed now. He can't shoot.
On that note, take it back to the Rockets. Mm-hmm. Don't you think this is like incentivizes them to like go after Butler even more?
4 first-round picks is steep.
I agree. But they got to do something. Or
but
maybe
since
is it Harden out?
They have to be spread out too. That's the issue. The fact that they have to be spread out. So you can only give out your first round pick every other season. So that would effectively be like a
to 2026.
Yeah, you're committed for 8 years. So Daryl Morey is essentially betting on himself. He's betting that he can keep a
title. Oh, yeah,
or
you're right.
At least keep a good team, a competitive team exactly for 8 seasons. So those first round picks will basically be worth nothing to Minnesota.
Yeah,
they'll be not worth nothing, but they'll be like lower picks. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't do it. I love Jimmy B, but like 4.
Because it's not even... Yeah, if they got him, I'd be like... Say they got him and kept Eric Gordon and everything intact.
Yeah.
Somehow. All the key pieces. I'd be like, okay, you got a better shot, but it's not like a lock or closer to a lock. I just don't... The teams that take the approach like, we'll just weather this like Warrior storm and wait till it passes, I don't really blame them.
Yeah.
Like, you see what they've been doing.
You end up overcommitting.
Like, Klay started the season shooting 14%, and he just,
This boy, 52 points, right?
Mm-hmm. And he their 3rd or 4th best player, I've been told.
He dribbled 13 times 52 points. He dribbled 13 times. He only had the ball in his hands for a total of 96 seconds.
And I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I missed things. Didn't Steph put up a 50 piece on somebody
the night before?
And I believe, again, if I'm wrong, I think Durant, for the majority of the Garden game, was cool and then put up how many points in the 4th quarter and with 41?
I think it was like 20-something. I think it was like 20-something.
I'm saying all that to say don't trade for Jimmy.
So listen. So then on top of this, Klay, breaks the NBA record this past week. 14 3-pointers in a game. Mm-hmm. Who had the record before him?
Oh, Steph Curry?
Yeah, with 13. Steph Curry did that twice, 13 twice, and now your teammate got 14.
Oh, I hate them.
There's no, Durant just has to leave.
He really does.
I'm not even mad. Honestly, I'm not even mad that he went there anymore. It's like I'm past that now because it's been I've had 2 years to deal with it. Well, and I already feel like they're going to win this year, so it's like, all right, whatever. The NBA to me this year is more interesting just because there's a lot of scoring going on, and there's a lot of good stories around the NBA, LeBron and LA, and who's gonna win the East this year, and
But the biggest mystery isn't a mystery. That's the only thing.
Oh yeah, they're gonna win, but that's why I'm looking at it one block ahead instead of 10. All right, I'll take it step by step. And just enjoy the process, even though I know how this story is gonna end. But if Durant can hear me, let me look in the camera real quick. You gotta come to the Knicks, man.
He said he won his payday. He said he's been seeing a lot.
You think we won't open the pocketbook for him?
Yeah, I was like, you haven't gotten your payday because you ain't won it.
That's facts. You've been denying yourself from this bread. The Lord been trying to bless you.
Crazy dude, yo. You a wild dude.
Trying to bless you.
You could come to the gun, but you a wild dude.
Can you imagine the revolt, the backlash? If it ever came out that Kevin Durant wanted to sign to the Knicks, but James Dolan would it? I
think that might finally affect attendance.
Yeah.
Because they pack it regard. That might finally
the Knicks sell out.
No, that's riot century.
The Knicks sell out every single day. I mean, every single game. And I don't know why.
Because Durant's
and tickets are not cheap. But if that comes out that Durant wanted to sign for the Knicks and
the second best player on the planet, you didn't sign?
And Dolan was like, I don't know about this Max situation.
Top 20, 15 player all time in his prime, you didn't sign him? Bruh.
I'm throwing eggs at the mother. I'm going to Garden every night with signs. I'm fucking shit.
Somebody got to throw something at his head at his concert.
Dolan, you suck. Bro,
But just to that Warriors point, I don't even know why there are rumors. We hate it as watchers. like for good reason.
It's not entertaining.
But you can't find a better basketball situation in the history of the game.
No, this is
But still, these rumors are there, and they're like definitely have some merit to them. I don't know if he's gonna leave.
Yeah.
Why would somebody want to leave that?
They're saying that he might not leave until the following off season now.
After they open the new
because he wants to. They said that he wants to at least play in the Chase. I think it's called the Chase Arena, the Chase Center.
Damn, he gonna have more rings than Braun.
It looked nice as fuck though. From have you ever seen like the master plans and all that? It looks dope. It's like right on the water in San Fran. It's dope. Like as soon as you come across the bridge, it's like this nice ass brand new arena.
We going?
Huh? I can't afford to go. These niggas.
One of those nosebleed 500.
I don't know, yo. You see that when they were doing like what was this last? I think a story came out last year about season ticket holders and how they were making them pay 5 years in advance.
Oh, the Warriors?
Like 5 seasons up front.
The Warriors are making them do that?
For the new arena, they're making season ticket holders commit to 5 years.
All right. I'm thinking, well, if you have it.
Of course, I mean, if you got it.
No, but even though I got to think about like the level of entertainment I'm going to see.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you're going to see some shit, but like, it just goes to show like how much leverage they have. Like,
yeah, that's a great point.
5 seasons in a row.
A half decade. How old are like Steph and...
Steph's 30.
Steph is 30?
Yeah, he
the greatest shit of all time. He gonna play forever.
Yeah,
he play good too.
He just hit 30.
Draymond might tail off. Ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
he look already. None of my
business.
business.
Look dusty.
Hey, none of my business.
This wasn't the best year for him to have this little fall off season though.
I hate to see it happen.
It's contract year for him, right?
Either this or next. He was complaining he wanted a supermax. He's not getting.
No, this is Clay's contract year.
Yeah, Clay.
So then Draymond is next season.
And Clay said he's not taking nothing less than the max. He's staying though.
He lying like a mug. He just end of last season he was talking about, he gets paid handsomely already and anything more that he makes would just be a bonus. And he was talking about potentially taking, well, he didn't say that, but the number he threw out, Bleacher Report put out an article, that would have been $60 million less than what he could have taken. And his agent came out and put a statement out like, we'll cross that hurdle when he gets there. Like Clay was
that's the thing.
Basically, Clay was just talking.
You don't do this. Yeah, you don't do that. Even if you feel that, you
$60 million.
You work to negotiation. But he has leverage. He can say whatever and be like, nah, I was kidding. He has
$60 million. Okay. If that boy leaves $60 million on the table.
I agree.
Steph ain't leave nothing on the table. But then again, Steph got fucked in his first contract.
Well, Steph held fucked. Though.
Yeah. But bro, when they were winning it.
You're right. That's
the year
true.
Before last,
that's
Steph
true.
was making $11 million a year.
You're right.
Winning MVPs, you see them give him an extension.
That's a great point. Hey, he hold him against him.
It don't matter. He got the max 207, 5 years.
207 what?
207, I believe.
Okay.
I think people say like, 5 years, 200. Nah, nigga, 207. No, yeah. That's like extra.
Every dollar, every million. Every dollar counts, so definitely every million counts.
That's an extra $7 million. I just leave it off there.
Yeah, don't shortchange them, man.
You get that to charity.
Fuck, he about to have 4 rings.
It's not gonna be. You know what? And history is not gonna look favorably upon this.
We'll reflect on that one. 4 rings and 2 MVP. How long is that list?
People gonna forget about how great Braun was. Or they're gonna look at it as the ring.
That's what
And I hope that's.
Bro, I know it. It's gonna be like these old heads with Jordan. The bald nigga that sell the shoes. They really not going to.
Yo.
They gonna be like, but that short light skinned dude had 4 rings and 2 MVP.
in the same span that Brown was playing.
If he's that good, why didn't he beat
him?
I hate when I don't wanna what's that?
Kev about to get passionate.
I'm sorry.
We don't want to see passionate Kev. You gotta let him rock for a little. It's been a rough week.
Good one for the most part.
Yeah. Nigga keep saying that. Oh my God. Let's continue on this basketball trip though. Fantasy basketball though. Kev, it's looking bleak out here for you, man. This nigga just went to deep
I
thought.
was in a deep moral quandary one night when I was cross country.
Okay.
My recent trip.
Okay.
I took a sip of my wine. I told you this, and I looked to my fantasy basketball team for some solace. and what I saw made me have to order another drink. The big homie, our commissioner, is caving my head in at the moment. I think I've lost the locker room.
Yeah. I like to see like what the other matchups are, like what's going on, so I can see like, all right, if I lose, then I'll fall here. If I win, then I'll go here. You know?
No, I'm free falling.
I'm looking at the matchups, and I looked like 2 days ago maybe, and I see like 500, like total points like 500. The lowest I saw was 480. Right? I get down, I see Kev 305. I said. I went to your roster like, all right, maybe niggas ain't playing. Maybe he didn't set his lineups. Nah. I was going to text you like, yo, Kev, like, yo, you set your lineups. And then you hit me with I lost the locker room text. And I was like,
This is what I'll say. What, first loss, Harrison Barnes was out. He just had a bet. His team was just better than that.
He just got back, though.
And the person I was facing, his team was just better that week.
Yeah.
Last week, I'm pretty sure he and I put up at one point during the week, I don't know if it ended the week that way, we had the most points of the week. Like, if I had faced like anybody else, I would have won.
LeVar's big ballers. Yeah, you had the second largest points that week, and you lost, yeah.
And I lost. This week.
I'm playing him right now.
You winning?
By 5.
Fuck him.
I can go in either way right now.
Fuck him. This week, of my big 3, 2 are out. One caught an elbow to the head. Well, Giannis was out initially. Devin Booker been out since last week, I think.
Yeah, Devin Booker. He's supposed to come back tonight. Tonight's a Friday, so but we'll
durability
see.
is a part of it. Now my team.
These light-skinned niggas, man.
Rudy Gobert of all people has been the most, because I would never have thought that.
But, nah, because he gets rebounds and blocks.
But he's been putting up like 18 to 20 points. I didn't draft him for that. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. We're losers. So, how are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm 2-0 right now. But
sorry, my final point.
Go ahead.
I thought about just tanking the season. Then I was like, we got like 20 more weeks of this, so I'm gonna hold my head.
Why are you gonna tank the season?
No, I was kidding.
Oh, I'm like, nigga.
I was looking for a roadmap. Like, can I really salvage this if I really start getting on a winning streak? But yeah. Maybe.
I'll trade you for some players. Let me look at your roster. Because I'm rolling deep right now.
I see.
I'm not going to lie. So I looked at when I first drafted my squad, right? I didn't feel too confident about it. Because I was like, all right, I see some hits. I see some misses. Like people I picked up, it didn't feel right to me in the moment.
I know the feeling.
Like,
That's
I was
a certain round.
I was like, all right. But then I had to go in the lab and drop a couple of players. I done made the most moves so far. Yeah. In fantasy, just dropping people, picking people up. But I'm 2-0 right now. I got a slim lead over. I don't know who LeVar's big ballers is, but he's number 1 in our league right now. I'm number 3. And I got a slim margin over him right now. So
who your heavy hitters?
I got let me talk to my niggas real quick. Who's been heavy hitters and then sleepers? Heavy hitters, Durant, obviously.
You have Durant?
That's who I picked first, beloved.
Good choice. I didn't know that.
So the sad thing, I got Durant, but when Clay and Steph go off, when Clay and Steph go off, he'll be asleep.
He's still got a quiet 25 to 30.
Durant still be getting 30, 38 and 5.
Message as always. We hate these niggas.
I be looking like, all right. I'm like, I see the note. I be like, yo, damn, Clay got 54. I go in. Oh, Durant still got his 30. All right, I'm good.
Yeah, he said, on 11 shots, he got like 30.
These are my heavy hitters. I got Durant, Jimmy Butler. Whenever the fuck he's playing, he's been going ham this season. Blake Griffin, who is
50 piece.
I was scared to pick him up. I ain't even gonna lie, because I was like, this boy gonna get hurt. He put that 50 on him. I said, ooh, him. Now those are my heavy hitters. Let me tell you who's not playing up to par. Tyreek Evans.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be a nice sneak pick. I thought he was going to kill off the bench. He's getting like 5 points. He ain't doing nothing for me. Now, sleeper in a good way, Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah?
He's been putting up numbers in Sacramento.
Fuck.
He gets points, rebounds, blocks, and steals. He's been going ham. And Brandon Ingram, I feel like eventually he'll come around, but...
Yeah, we both thought, like, he was going to be the guy.
I thought it was going to be B.I.'s year.
I ain't going to... Sorry to talk about it. When they got suspended, Lonzo plays very well.
You got Lonzo.
Yeah, we'll get to a full. But aside, because we'll get to a full Lakers discussion. JaVale fucking McGee, my G.
Where they find this nigga?
Where? What?
This nigga got in the
You
lab.
put the Braun dust on him like this?
This nigga got in the lab with Kareem this offseason.
I looked at my Yahoo Sports box. I had to rub my.
You got
I
JaVale?
wear contacts. I don't.
Oh.
I'm 5 blocks. You know
Bro.
how much that's worth in our league?
A shit ton.
Of
Bro.
all the plays you thinking when you drafting the Lakers around LeBron, he has looked.
So tell me, you remember a month ago when the Lakers dropped that promo video, and I was giving.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, nigga, these niggas don't
He
look
never
that
gonna
good.
do that in the game.
This nigga do a hook shot. They gonna do it in the
Never
game.
gonna do that in the
This
game.
nigga doing sky hooks like confidently. The last game against Dallas, not last game. This season he's averaging 13 and a half shot attempts per game.
That is insane.
Like they're actually,
and it's warranted. He should.
They're running offense through him. Like he's getting it on the block, and like they're looking for him to score.
Shit.
I would have never saw this in JaVale McGee's future.
Me either.
I didn't know he had this skill set.
Me either.
It's like out of nowhere, just turning over both shoulders. Like, who is this man? Yo, that shit is wild. One more, last person. Aaron Gordon.
He ain't been doing it for you?
No, son.
Ain't did it on him?
Yo, I'm looking at my squad. I'm like, yo, if these niggas just do what they supposed to do, Kevin
Good.
Durant, Jimmy Butler, Aaron Gordon, Blake Griffin. I got Jamal Murray, who's not living up to par yet. I'm still winning right now, but he's not living up to par yet. Colin Sexton, I got him on the sleep. I think he's going to do some good shit. Brandon Ingram, these dudes just actually do what they're supposed to do. I feel like I have a very strong squad. Because like, I'm winning right now, but that shit only goes but so far. Like, you know, you look up because there's people who are coming back who have been injured. Like Dwight Howard is coming back, and people, he's
you
not,
have him?
I wish I did.
Oh.
But I'm saying, like, people
He's
sleep.
a fantasy Hall of
He's
Famer.
a fantasy Hall of
Famer.
People sleep.
First ballot.
People sleep on how
Enshrine
useful
him.
he is. So I'm sure someone who's probably been losing because they ain't have him, when they get him back in, they'll start winning.
It's an automatic double-double.
Easily puts up 50 fantasy points a night. Because he's going to get a double-double. He's going to get at least two blocks.
Mm-hmm.
He oddly
He
oddly gets some steals in there. I don't know how. Oh, who else been beasting? Oh, Montrezl Harrell.
I saw that.
He been beasting for me.
I was reading some fantasy sleeper articles.
Listen, look, while we were drafting, right? I looked him up, and all I saw was the headline of the article, Montrezl Harrell to have breakout season.
That's it?
I said, I'll take a chance on him. Like right now, right? He's playing Aaron Gordon. Right now, they're playing right now. It's the first quarter. He has 12 points. Aaron Gordon has 5, like fantasy points. Like Montrezl Harrell just out. He gets blocks, rebounds, steals, assists. He does every fucking thing.
I would say my heavy hitter. Wait, do you have any more?
That's it.
From me, Giannis whenever he plays is like a game. I think
you want to put your roster up?
Sure. I think the least Giannis has given me is 55. I think. So obviously him.
Yeah,
Booker's
Giannis is
great.
a monster.
When he plays is the caveat for them both.
You get your
Rudy
head
Gobert.
tapped right
Yeah, I
now.
know. My only sleeper that I get off the top of my head is Luka Doncic. He's my sleeper. Yeah, I'm really happy that I leaped for him.
I would say him and Lonzo Ball.
And Ball.
Lonzo Ball's been getting some numbers.
Which we
this
could
season.
like ostracize Rondo, but when Ball is on the court, he's very productive with Braun.
Trying to think who else you got in your squad. That's
No other sleepers on there.
Trey Wilder for Payton, Justice Winslow.
It is. You won't find it.
Damn, Kev.
Conley's been decent.
Harrison Barnes.
He's been decent
He's gonna
too.
be good
actually.
when he's getting back in the groove.
Conley's been good actually.
You picked Mike Conley up, Kev. You ain't letting your
I
last
know,
last season.
I know, but I figured he'd come back rejuvenated. I hate it when I did it, but there was nobody else around him. I wish I could reflect back who else was around him when I did it. I didn't feel right about it. Harrison Barnes is the only one where the buzzer hit me on.
You had to hit him.
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do.
I guess I'll take Harrison Barnes. You Dallas heavy. I just realized that. Harrison Barnes, Luka Doncic. But nah, when Devin Booker gets back, you should be straight. I think. I hope.
I hope to, bro.
You got Devin Booker injured and Bobby Portis. What's he been doing this year?
He was decent when he plays, but I'm probably going to drop him because Lauri Markkanen's probably going to be back by the time he ever recovers. So
Markkanen's out? Mm-hmm. Who got him? I gotta be scouring the.
I just want a healthy week. I just want to really be able to evaluate my team. Is that too much?
Yeah.
That's it, beloved.
You sound depressed. I've been looking at like every time I look at a player and I'm scouting a player, he gets picked up like immediately. Mm-hmm. Like Josh Okogie.
I saw that.
I was looking at him. I had him on my watch list. Gone.
Yeah, 12-man leagues are the perfect. I was in a 14-man league one time. Those are just...
You just hold on to everyone.
You got to, like, draft your family members. Ain't nobody on the waiver wire. It is not even fun.
Yeah,
you can't find...
It's desolate. It's dead out there. Yeah, there's nothing popping out there in these streets.
But I'm glad you're winning, sir.
I mean, I'm winning for now. Remember last year I started off the season 3-0.
What do you end it?
Like 7th place. I know I didn't go to the playoffs.
I didn't.
Like 7th place or 8th place. I don't know, but I know I didn't go to the playoffs. So, because I had Westbrook, and he was beast in that first 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And then everyone else just didn't follow suit after.
That's the thing. Well, we'll see.
Oh, I drafted Westbrook and Kyrie. That's why. And I thought
we thought Kyrie was winning a scoring title.
I thought Kyrie was gonna put up 30. That's what it was, and he ended up putting up like 21. Wasn't really giving no assist out.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, why did I pick you up?
Yeah, I made sure to avoid all Celtics.
I'm lying. I had Kyrie and Damian Lillard. Dame Dollar did what he needed.
Oh, he money always.
Yeah, he did what I needed him to do. But
Dame Dollar's money always.
He did what I needed him to do. All right, we got Brady Rodgers.
Yeah, that's going to be a phenomenal game this Sunday.
We got to catch that somewhere. Catch up and go somewhere.
Hey.
I can't be in the crib watching that.
Hey, man.
We got to.
You have the intel. I'm open.
There's too many.
I'm open to move.
There's too many sports bars in Brooklyn.
Hey, man.
And my boss out of town, as I said. So I can.
Two of the greatest of all time. The two best playing.
I can crawl into work on Monday, goddamn
hey, man.
Nobody care about me.
I
manage myself.
I run a staff now. I mean, hey, man.
We'll figure it out, man.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
But now I think this is going to be. I don't want to put too much expectations on it.
That's the thing.
Be disappointed.
How the defenses for these teams? Because I know terrible.
No,
it's going to be a great game now.
The Packers' defense is terrible, but I honestly not terrible. Mediocre, both.
I think Rodgers not only outperforms Brady, but I think the Packers win.
Ooh, in Foxborough.
I do.
I hope he outperforms him. I got.
What do you think?
Got a couple players on my fantasy squad that's counting on Rodgers.
No, I don't touch fantasy football.
Yeah, trust me, I shouldn't touch it either, but I always get talked into it. And that league costs more than this basketball league be in. With my lack of expertise in football, you think I'm like, nah, I'm good. Every year, just keep giving them donations. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I think ultimately, because they're in Foxborough.
Brady and Belichick.
Yeah, they're going to win. I think both Brady and Rodgers are going to put up amazing numbers, though. I think.
Who outperforms who? Who has the better numbers?
Brady. Just only because I'm trying to think who's on the Packers offense that are really fair. Like, you have Randall Cobb, Geronimo Allison. Oh, Devontae Adams is a fucking freak. He's a monster. Mm-hmm. But Brady has his guys. Like, they have a real
Gordon,
Edelman. Like,
I know.
The running back James White, who he utilizes out the backfield like nonstop. Like, he just utilizes him out the backfield. So I just see the Patriots scoring easier. I just see the Patriots scoring easier than the Packers will. But I think Rodgers is going to showcase his talent. Like, he's going to I need help. Every time he grows up, every time he scores.
Nah, that's us.
Yeah, that's us, right? Lacking maturity.
Now we disciplined, remember?
Yeah, you're right. We disciplined. We professional. But every time he scores, we'll see something amazing from Rodgers. Like, damn, like we'll recognize that his team is like undermanned and like they should lose. But just how his greatness is like bringing him over the hump.
And we'd have thoughts like, oh, if he was in Brady's position, this team would even be better.
Exactly. Facts. I believe Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady.
I think without question.
Yeah, I think
he's better. If you're ability and skill, he's better.
Yeah,
than
I
Tom
think he's
Brady.
way better. I think Tom Brady's obviously more accomplished than him, but I think
that's why
Rodgers
I think,
has way more talent and skill.
I hate the cliche GOAT thing, and that's why I think like Brady's just. This is what I see at. I think Brady's just the GOAT. I think Belichick factors into that, but I've seen some things where. For instance, I think this is my prominent example. I'm watching the Falcons Super Bowl with the Falcons Patriots Super Bowl, and the Falcons are blowing them out, but I can't turn off the TV because they're facing Tom Brady. And in my head, I can't just assume that. If you'd ask me who's going to win, I would say the Falcons, but I wouldn't just assume they're going to continue to blow them out.
Yep.
And then I think, who else would have gave me that thought in football? You know, I would have probably turned off the TV for any other team, like when the Seahawks. Like whooping Peyton Manning's ass. It's just that like I don't need to see another. Like I'm good. I don't have to stay after the half.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a compliment to Brady, where it's like he has an innate thing. People throw clutch around a lot, but with him, it's like
he's like never out of the game until all the time drains off the clock,
and it's so consistent even into his 40s. You can't knock that.
And the thing is that like the same way we think about that, the opposing players also think about that.
Yeah.
And I feel like that just gets people.
Like just going back to that Super Bowl game, imagine sorry, just something in my throat. By the time they got to halftime and they won the coin flip, like we knew they were gonna win.
Yo, we gotta record in places where there's not like see-through glass windows and doors, because people just be looking in here. That shit just be throwing me all off. Like shit just be throwing me off. It's like, hey, what the fuck? Oh my god.
But yeah, to my point, Rodgers does have more.
Yeah.
Just Brady has something else. That's why I think he is the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, I think, he just has too many accomplishments for us to like.
5-1 ring is just too much.
For us to not acknowledge his greatness. Mm-hmm. But I just think if Rodgers was in the same situation,
I would agree.
It would just be unfair.
I think that'd be even crazier. Yeah,
be unfair.
His ability is just the throws he can make.
Yeah,
his ability to run in the just be mobile. Period.
Yeah. It's not fair.
They've been wasting his prime. I'm not gonna get in the whole thing, but it's criminal almost what they've been doing.
They don't put any defense around him. They just want him to like literally carry them.
Cleveland LeBron vibes first run.
Facts.
That's
exactly what it's like. Just like that. It's a great explanation. I wouldn't even thought about that. Cleveland LeBron first run.
Just like taking him for granted.
Putting a bunch of like people who like Antoine Jameson around him, where it's like where you're like, oh damn, Antoine Jameson still got.
I remember that when we were in college.
Putting a Shaq around
they
him.
could have had Amari, but they wouldn't have. Let me not even.
Putting Shaq.
I remember these rumors when we were in college. Shaq gonna go to the land to help the king win a ring. Anywho, all right. So you think the Patriots win?
Yeah.
All right, I got the Packers.
Put a drink on it.
Bet.
Oh, this is double or nothing. Because you owe me a drink.
All right, bet.
For that Kanye shit. Kanye
Yandy.
said, I'm not even going to drop my shit.
I hate him.
Yeah, we'll do double or nothing.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so the Patriots win,
Hey.
I'll be on the next episode. My eyes glazed because Kev will be.
Hey, man.
Kevin be out here.
I got an open schedule.
Eating ramen. Yeah, we definitely hit a bar up and watch that because I'm gonna be like the prototypical like American man, like football. I want wings and like beer. I just want, like everything you see on like TV commercials that says this is what you should be doing. That's exactly what I want to do.
That is the game.
Yeah,
I think the only one. Even if the Rams were somehow facing the Patriots this season, I don't know if they are or not.
I wish they were.
That's the one I would want to see.
Oh, my God. Or if the Rams are facing, like, the Chiefs.
Yes.
That would be insane.
Yes.
The Rams are playing the Saints on Sunday.
That is close. That is very
I
close.
wonder what time are they playing?
If you tell me 4,
We might be out from 4 until
I'm working from home on.
we might be out from 4 until.
Bro, if it's a 4:25, don't say it.
Huh? I'm just confirming things I see. Nah, we could do a 4:25 and then chill for a little and then
We
wait
could
for
definitely
4 until like what? What time that game in? Midnight? That's not bad.
Oh, we out.
All right, we out. Classified. We locked that one in.
Wow.
Kev digging in his nails.
What? I just
He
want to say something.
He got some crazy shit on the horizon. This nigga acting like we guilty. This nigga cleaning his hands. Like, all right, yeah, we definitely
I
out.
have some skin on my finger.
That's a 4:25. Yeah, we definitely out for that. Let's talk about the Lakers. Their struggles. What do you see?
All right, everything I see. They need to trim their rotation.
Yep, facts.
Ball is way better with LeBron than Rondo is. Even though Rondo's putting up some good. I saw his stats. I think he's putting up like 12 and like 8 this season.
He always does, though. He always puts up like that like low, like damn near close to triple-double numbers. But, you know, basketball aficionados like ourselves.
Yeah, for team success. And
You
I've
gotta
been
watch it,
staying up and watch. Lonzo's just way more engaged. He doesn't need the ball. Like, he's deflecting passes.
Good on
playing
defense,
good defense.
yep.
He's hitting his threes now. I think he's shooting like
41%. 41%.
for the season. And he's setting up plays.
41% this season, which is phenomenal.
Shit.
And it's like, honestly, like the way Lonzo Ball looked last year, I'm not even gonna lie, I was like borderline, he gonna be a bust.
I would agree.
He looks amazing this year.
Yes.
If you think about how he compared to how he looked last year,
night and day.
that's a LeBron effect, though.
Yeah, people think it's a joke. Again, to go
let
back
me tell
to
you, this is negative Bron effect, though.
he don't play no defense.
Well, no, not. Well, I wasn't gonna say that.
All right, go ahead.
But he damn sure don't. I've been looking.
You had to say it. I ain't sold off no stock. I got the treasure trove still.
This
But
nigga LeBron, I've seen so many plays where he's pointing at someone else. I'm
when
like,
it was his,
I'm like, nigga,
bro.
that's your man.
You think you're playing with Flash? He's supposed to get to your man and get back to him.
Nigga, that's your man. I'd have been like, no, bro, no, that's your man. But that's what I was gonna say. But like, I think that entire like Los Angeles, that Showtime shit, is making everyone do a lot of extra stuff that they normally can't do.
Yeah.
Like Braun can do a lot of extra stuff, but like Lance, the other night when they were playing Dallas, him and LeBron on a fast break, 2-on-1, he tries to throw an alley-oop behind his back.
Went out of bounds, right?
Like, yeah. Well, it was a turnover, but like, he tried to like literally toss it like to make some fancy ass alley-oop to LeBron, and the pass was terrible.
Yeah, there's no need either.
It's like, bro, like either fake for the layup or pass it to LeBron or just throw a regular alley. But it's like he was trying to be on like some real like Showtime shit.
I think for the games sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying he never got back in the game after that though.
And I don't blame him. They helped. He helped them win that Mavs game though. Which I was shocked.
No, not the Mavs game. You're talking about the
Nuggets. I'm sorry,
Nuggets game. Yes,
Nuggets game. Which I was shocked. Yeah,
he's the reason why they won.
But to go back to the rotation thing,
There's too many players.
they have it. They really do.
It's too many players.
And now JaVale McGee is demanding minutes. He should be played, but Rondo's putting up decent stats, but should he be played? Josh Hart, I think, should start. KCP probably.
That's the thing. It's also because
he's making $12 million.
These are all names. That's why. So it's like Rondo, Lance Stevenson, even KCP. They're not at the point in their careers where they're only playing 10 to 15 minutes a game.
Yeah, you just pay KCP
like,
12.
Skill wise, they're not in the point of their careers where
they shouldn't. But
yeah,
for this team,
yes, it makes sense. But for where they are, the stages in their career, it doesn't make sense for them to be playing that little bit of minutes. So I understand, like, Luke Walton, the coach, is like tiptoeing around all this.
And that's what's tough. I've heard some great points. Like, I think I've heard, like, he was in LeBron's draft class. Obviously.
Who was?
Luke Walton.
Luke Walton was drafted the same year as LeBron?
I think so. They definitely played against each other.
I'm
pretty sure, but
that's crazy.
So it's kind of hard. Like, if
I know he's only like 2
in,
years older than him, which is crazy.
And you coach in a basketball genius. Mm-hmm. I've heard Rondo is like close on that level from what I've been saying and seeing and everything. He's close to that level too. But it's about the respect. Like, how much can you really? And then everybody thinks they need their minutes. And if you think you're not managing that properly. I don't know what my ideal 8-9 man rotation would be.
I think Bron has been respecting Luke so far, though.
No, he has.
Yes, because there's 2 instances that come to mind instantly. It was one, the Dallas game. Sorry, the Nuggets game when they were down 8 with 6 minutes left to go, and he subbed Bron out.
And he did that?
And Bron just came out. Then last night against the Mavericks, they were up by like 11 or something.
Which time?
They were up by 14 with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
And 3 plays in a row, they came down, and Bron just stayed over at
the scorer's table.
No, he just stayed over for the spotting up for the corner 3, but he wasn't even spotting up. He was standing over there, and Luke Walton called 3 different plays, 2 for Brandon Ingram and 1 for Kyle Kuzma. And after the game, the reporters were like, there was a moment where 3 plays in a row, LeBron came down and he didn't touch the ball 1 time. Is that something you were planning? Because remember, they only won by 1 point. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, we already know what LeBron can do in crunch time. We want to see what everyone else can do in crunch time. And LeBron could have easily complained. He could have easily been like, I want the ball. But those are 3 plays in a row that Luke Walton called, and he just went along with it.
That's true. And that makes complete sense.
I don't know how long it's going to last, though.
That's what I'm saying. I get the logic, and it makes sense. You have to know what you have because...
Especially up 14 points. There's no way hell they should have been up 14 and then lost. Then only won by 1.
They were up at like double digits a couple times in the game. But yeah, you need to know what you have to see who can play with Bron, who's trade bait, stuff of that nature. I think the pros would be Kuzma looks way better with Bron than I thought he would. I thought. I think you and I both thought Ingram would be the guy.
LeBron
looks just ordinary.
LeBron was fucking amping him up. He just looks regular. I'm mad I drafted him.
He looks regular. I think because of his skill set, because he needs the ball more.
Yeah.
And then it's Bron and Lonzo out there. So cons, they need to trim the rotation.
You know who else is really good? Josh Hart.
Yes. He should start over KCP.
Bench though. He should start. He looks good when he starts. And they need him to spread the floor. Him, Lonzo are like your 2 best 3-point shooters right now. Mm-hmm. You need them.
What's the starting lineup right now?
Lonzo, Bron. Against Dallas, this was the starting lineup. Lonzo, Bron, Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, and then JaVale McGee.
Oh, so that means Josh Hart and KCP. All right.
Yeah, that was the starting lineup against Dallas. But it looks like Luke is just going to be flipping it every night. What
do you think their best lineup is, though? I would say Lonzo, Bron, Ingram, Kuzma, and
Ball.
And Ball.
That's so small.
It's small, but offense-wise, yeah. I guess it depends who you're going against.
Yeah, I think it's hard just because they're already a terrible defensive team.
They're awful.
And JaVale McGee is no longer. First of all, I would say he's been playing phenomenal in defense to start the season.
I would agree.
And then, not only is he no longer a liability on offense, he's someone you can play on offense now.
He's a plus.
So he's also he's phenomenal on defense this season, and he's a plus on offense now.
But then it comes to LeBron definitely not coming off the bench.
What?
So then I think it really comes between if you want to play with a traditional point guard, and I think Lonzo's the better option. If you agree, even if you don't, it's either Lonzo or Rondo. It comes between Kuzma and Ingram.
This is I'm not even going to lie, I was about to say that. This is in my worst interest. This is not in my best interest. Ingram should come off the bench.
Yeah, I don't think he plays that well with LeBron.
It's because his
skill set.
It's not just his skill set. His style of play
is
not comparable to what people compare him to. People compare him to Kevin Durant, and even listen, even though
I always frown when you compare.
But even as a poor man's Kevin Durant, his skill set isn't the same. Mm-hmm. what it requires for him to get a shot up is not what it takes Kevin Durant to get a shot up. Kevin Durant's release point is way higher. I just watched Wesley Matthews block a Brandon Ingram jumper the other day, and
that's all we need.
And I was disgusted. I'm not even gonna lie, I was disgusted.
I think that's all we need.
How you let Wesley Matthews bow arrow shooting ass like block your shot? All he does is shoot threes.
Yeah,
and he blocked his shit like clean, like on a jumper.
Damn.
Come back down here. Whenever they do ISO through him, he's like, backing them down, trying to turn over the shoulders, and that's just like that style of play doesn't really mesh well with today's NBA.
That's true. That's very true.
So it's like the more time, and he gets at least 18 shots. He's got at least, I think the least amount of shots he's got this year was 16.
So probably he should anchor second unit.
And just
stagger the minutes
and just run through you, yeah.
Because JaVale has been a problem.
He's the only one that really plays defense. Lonzo Ball plays good defense, but Lonzo Ball is more a good defender in a sense.
And you can't anchor it from the paint.
Exactly.
From the perimeter.
From the perimeter.
You just can't.
Lonzo Ball's a good defender in the sense that, like, I would say Allen Iverson was a good defender. Like, more so like he'll get steals because he takes chances and things like that. But, like, as far as, like, him being
man-to-man.
Man-to-man, slap the floor defense.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to lock you up. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers don't have anyone that's like that.
They damn sure don't, son, with their leader.
Yo.
That's my man, 50 grand, but Jesus.
Bron, my nigga, but like we gotta keep it 100 on the podcast at all times.
I be looking like, damn.
Yo.
You can't scream at him, too, when you know it's like, come on.
The thing is,
I know they're young, but
he's not even trying to play defense.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like sometimes, you know how like Bron is like getting better with age on offense?
Yeah.
I feel like it's taken away from his defensive knowledge. I see so many times where like, say like the team would just be passing the ball around the 3-point line when they like the Lakers are on defense, and say I pass you the ball, right? The ball's already in your hands. 2 seconds later, LeBron would just jump out as if like he's about to like steal the pass when the ball's already in your hands. Like he's like way behind on time.
Yeah, he launches out with like his shoulders.
And then his guy
he gets there fast.
And then his guy will be open for a three, and he'll just be looking at him.
Yeah, I've seen that. And then he look at the rim.
Yeah,
and hope.
Numerous times that happens though, and I'm like, yo, how does your guy always get open?
That's the thing. You gotta. At least you can't bitch out your team. Obviously, you can facade it for the media, like blah blah. But you can't do it on the court when you know it's your fault.
His guy always gets open, and it's always for threes.
I will say though, you look at them stat lines, bruh. When you when you look at we're watching the game.
Yep.
He's not trying as hard as he can.
I don't even see when he scores half the damn time.
This ain't max effort. This ain't nowhere close. This is like a little over halfer maybe. 29 and what do you put up against the 29?
The boys now averaging 27.8, 8 and 8.
It's one of those Kevin. It's like, when did this happen?
I watched the games, and I promise you, I have not yet once. I guess the Dallas game a little bit, but I have not seen like one game where I was like, yo, Bron is taking the fuck over.
Yeah.
Bron is like really asserting his will.
And then you look up almost 30 again.
Nothing. 27, 27, 27, 27.
That in itself, but yeah. And I don't expect him to play. Just play some defense, I guess.
The boy ain't playing none. And I mean, it ain't happened. It ain't happened.
And you can't be a complete, especially when you have the ability. You can pick your spots.
Complete liability on defense.
He's picking no spots at the moment.
He's not even trying.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you're not playing for the Cavs anymore, where you have to like be like that. So last
year,
I gave him an excuse. I was like, yo, he's the focal point on offense. He's trying to conserve energy. This year, I'm not giving him any excuses.
Lance Steven won't even look at you. He'll make his own shot.
Yo.
Who's on the court?
Yo, I've been watching.
Lance ain't looking at you.
Numerous times. I gotta send you this video on YouTube. There's a compilation on YouTube of how many times so far in the season. It's only 7 games.
Yeah.
Where LeBron is coming, like where they're taking the ball out, and LeBron's like clapping at Lance to get the ball, and Lance looks at him and then looks away, and then just like keeps dribbling and brings the ball up the court. Like, all right, I see you, my nigga, but I'm doing my own thing. And Brown would just be like, all right, and they go like run a play. It's like, it's funny as hell though.
He's been a joy. That Nuggets game was just him at his best.
This
the
nigga
dance
with the guitar.
Oh my God! Did you see
the?
Yeah, he was vibing. Yeah. They're entertaining to watch though.
Yeah, they are.
And they're always in close games.
Because they score a lot.
Yeah,
it's like that Phoenix Suns syndrome.
But and they're coming together still. They don't. Because the 3-point is supposed to be their detriment.
Yeah.
They're not that high in it, but they hang in every
they're
game.
Not that
and they're
low, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like 21st in 3-point percentage, which is shocking. I'm curious to know
and they're in every game.
Who the hell's beneath them.
That's a good point.
That 21st is definitely only from Lonzo Ball and Josh Hart.
Yeah. No, Josh Hart's good.
No. I'm saying the 21st, like the reason why they are in 21st and not in 30th.
I forgot Ball's not what he was. Yeah,
it's because of Lonzo Ball and Josh Hart. That's it.
Yeah.
But
Bron sucks.
Even Bron looking like he forgot how to. Last year he was killing the 3. This year
abandoned him.
Yeah. Hey. He's looking too far for. You might need to get some contacts. Boy, like okay, I see it. Oh man, I think we're all tapped out of sports topics. We had like one last topic I wanted to just get into.
Yeah, we had.
It was like the importance of networking. I mentioned this earlier. So I go to this networking event, right? Mm-hmm. I meet these people, right? All different backgrounds, all different walks of life, right? I meet one woman. She's a singer songwriter from Canada originally, but she's like lived in Amsterdam for 2 years, lived here for 2 years, lived here for 2 years, like just living life freely, right? And I'm like, damn, like
do you ask her questions about how?
Of course, full blown conversations. Like I'm about to tell you I'm gonna tell you 2 personal profiles that I met, and just like a lot of questions I was just asking, like, all right, born in Canada, moved all these places, lived in Ireland, lived in a couple places. I'm like, yo, why'd you live in these places? I wanted inspiration for my music. I just, I wanted to live somewhere different, so I did it. Whereas me, I was like, obviously it's me because I'm reflecting on my life. I'm looking at myself, and I'm like, damn, like my entire life has been like me focused on like, let me just live in New York. Like, let me just make sure New York happens. Like, let me make sure I become an attorney. Let me make sure I do all the stuff that I want to do and accomplish those that I want to accomplish. Focus more on time and age rather than me just actually enjoying the process of life. And when I was speaking to all these people, I felt like we're about to be 28 next year, top of the year. And I felt like I don't know if I truly ever have made any decision in my life where it was for the quality of my life. Yeah. Rather than it just being for, I want to do this. Like, I want to be an attorney now. I want to do this now. I want to do this now. Like a stepping stone type thing. Rather than just being like, you know what? Yeah, I'm leaving this right now. I don't want to do this right now. I'm going to go live here for a year because this makes more sense for me.
Yeah, I think, like a perceived quality of life.
Exactly. Like, there's none of that. Everything is like quantitative. Like, all right, yeah, money or like a degree or, nothing's ever been like. But then also, it made me think, like, nothing's ever been against my parents' wishes at the same time. Yeah. Like, a lot of what I do is falls in line with what my family would think is acceptable or, like a high quality in me. Like, oh, yeah, you're my favorite son. Like, that kind of shit, And but, yeah, so now in the startup environment, and we're just talking about, startups and, how startups challenge you in a sense, because when you work at a startup, you wear multiple hats and all these things that just, it was just a great conversation. So that was one person. The second person was the guy who actually started he had his own startup. He just sold his startup in Denver, a cannabis startup. Started it 6 years ago. Spoke to him. I was like, oh, like, what was your inspiration behind that? He was like, well, 2 of my friends wanted to start it. They didn't have the business acumen. I had the business acumen. I don't really care about cannabis. I don't smoke weed, but I wanted to, I feel like I could help my friends, so we did it, period. Boom. Wow. Listen to this. So you hear a lot of these stories, like you meet a lot of entrepreneurs and stuff like, oh, well, if you're not passionate about it, then you can't make money in it and all this other nonsense, which for the most part I say is very true because you have to be dedicated enough to want to make something work, through all the failures, the ups and downs. So this kid was like, yeah, and like, so I just sold, he's like, yeah, I just sold my business. So, I moved to New York. So I was going to live in New York. Dude just sold his business for $125 million. 125 million. Like, yeah, I just sold it. I wanted to live in New York, so I moved to Brooklyn. I never lived in New York in my life, so I wanted to come back. I wanted to come to New York, so he moved to Brooklyn. And now he's working on another startup. And it's just like, I don't want to go too deep by like saying like, yo, corporations are like the devil or something like that. But I will say that
there's an inherent system.
Yeah,
inherent hierarchy.
Yes, when you're working for someone else's dream and not yours, it like kills your creativity. The concept of the way like our society is set up, where you go to college, this is your career, and you work you work in a company, you work your way up. That kills your creativity. It stifles it because you only think about one thing. Like when I went to law school, right? You're taught to think one or two ways. Like, you know, everything's very logical. Everything has to make sense every single step of the way. Mm-hmm. That's not how life works.
Yeah.
That's not how life works.
That's so true.
A lot of people who have these startups and things of that nature, they don't think like that. Like they see a niche in the market. They see something that's like, you know, even if the average person doesn't think that will be something that's popular, they do it. Go ahead.
No, I think that's just to that point. It's a great point because this mentality isn't central for other aspects of your life. Like, I'm just talking for you and I both. Like, I know the way you think and I know the way I think. Like, these aspects aren't central for it. It's just when it comes to work, it is. Because it's just like a routine at them.
Yes.
When it comes to like different things, like, I think we fairly think outside the box. Sorry, but go ahead.
No, you're right. I think in our, even like with this podcast, we like always like, you know, we'll text back and forth like how can we grow? Like, how can we do like different things, implement different procedures to make sure the podcast continues to blossom? But in our professional life, it's like,
yeah,
all right, I'm here.
Gotta do this.
Yeah, all right, now let me go here, and it's just like, all right, cool, let me go here, rather than, I guess, essentially just betting on yourself and like, you know, I guess taking a risk and not being afraid of failure. Mm-hmm. Like even in my profession, I talk to people a lot, right, who make nice ass salaries, but it's just like so let me take one step back. So now that I meet a lot of people outside of my area, right, I'm in networking a lot lately, which I think is very important for people to network because you meet people from different backgrounds, different environments, and people with different ways of thinking, which opens up your mind because you're like, yo, I'm so focused on like, all right, I have to be very analytical, very logical with every step I make. Where other people aren't like that, and you know, you meet them and you can just have conversation with them and realize that I don't have to move the way I'm moving, or I can move the way I'm moving, but I can also, you know, afford to take some calculated risk every now and then, you know. I lost my train of thought. What was I saying before that?
About mentality and thinking about the mindset.
Yes. So these mentalities, I lost my train of thought. Goddamn, that boy drunk.
It was like people that you're stuck in your way of work. You met people with high salaries.
Yes. Thank you. Goddamn. You meet people with high salaries, and it's like, as I'm talking to them, I'm inspired by them because it's like, yo, you guys have eclipsed a certain level in the legal profession that I would say probably is like the top 1% of the legal profession. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, yo, damn, I want to get there too. I want to be where you are. But then it's also like I'm looking at you, and not to be like shady or anything like that, because I still like respect everything you've accomplished.
What, regret, not that happy?
No, but I'm just like, I feel like you're wasting your talent.
Yeah.
Like I really feel like I'm like, yo, you're wasting your talent. Like, because some of the people I talk to are like insanely intelligent. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, like if you actually thought outside the box for one hot second, you could take that knowledge and that natural innate knowledge that you have. Things come to you so quickly, and you can utilize that to start something of your own and potentially be a billionaire right now.
Shit, yeah.
And like that's like where my mind goes when I talk to people now. It's like, all right, yeah, you're making a shit ton of money, and that's dope. Like, I respect it. You're in the top 1% of a profession that I'm in. And I'm like, yo, I'm still trying to get to the top 1% of my profession. So I'm like, obviously I respect you. Like, no, like I've never shit on anyone, but it's also like I see something in them that I don't know if they see in themselves. And I think that came from me networking and me meeting other people, because if not, I would just get caught up in like the monotony of the legal world where it's like, all right, cool, I have to get to this level, and then when I get to this level, then everything will be okay, and that's it. I worked hard to get here, and then I'm good. I stay here forever, you know? Rather than realizing that we both have, you know, skills and talents outside of our careers and our outlined professions. Like, there's a lot of skills that I feel like we both have that we don't even realize that we have because we're so focused on, you know, how to utilize utilize the skills that are needed for our jobs. So the rest of the skills that we have just get pushed to the back burner.
Further and further, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think that's a great point because there's many different spectrums you can look at. You talk to people and they talk about, you know, like I know for myself, I talk to people and they're like, your story won't end here, like where I'm at.
Yeah.
You have, like, you have potential, like, to do more. But then I read an article where they talk about the medium income to live in New York City. And I reflect that income with my income is just like, okay, things could be worse.
Yep.
But then it also, to your point, there's something missing.
Yeah.
Like you said, we dedicate, I know for myself personally, especially now, I'm doing 6 a days out the week, and it's,
sheesh.
When you get some free time, you want to either chill or, like, catch up. I'm in a relationship. But then, I was telling you earlier, like, I need to get out more and network.
Yeah.
Like, I got to find the time on weekdays or somewhere, like, someone has to sacrifice. Like, for my overall, if you really want to get to where you really want to go to, you just got to sacrifice.
Yeah.
And I just fully agree with that. Like, you got to get out and get a different perspective, different mindset.
Yeah.
And these talents, like, they're innate and they're there, but the more and more you stifle them, I'm sure some come out in the pod, but not all.
Yeah, not
like,
at all.
There's stuff that's just hidden.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was telling you, like, we're gonna be 28 soon, and I just feel like that's just something has to change.
Yeah.
I just mean that something has to change. Like, I gotta travel more. Like, I gotta see more outside.
Yes.
Like, we're making it, like, we're not rich at all, but if I just stay in a weekend or 2 or 3, that's travel money or close to.
Easily.
And it's about just, as you get older, and it's a process. Some realize it better than others or sooner than others, but seeing what's important, and you got to find it. Because if you just have that nagging thing in your head constantly, like, you just have to, you got to address it.
Yeah.
You got to pursue it. Like, thank God, we've done, you're a lawyer, working in the city, in finance and accounting. Like, we have done, thank God, okay. Like, especially when you look at where we come from.
Yeah. Facts.
Even, like, the neighborhoods we walk through.
Facts.
It's a given, but that doesn't mean it has to be everything. So, overall, like, I fully agree. And it's been a lot of sacrifice, and I just...
Yeah, I want to clarify though, like when I think I talk for me and Kevin, when we say that, like, we're turning 28, we're not saying like, oh my God, I'm getting, you know, I'm turning 28.
Not old.
It's more so just like a realization. I'm not old, but I'm getting older.
Yeah.
And it's like there's a lot of things I just want to enjoy, because eventually then you get caught up in life as you know, you start having kids and shit. And then once you have kids, like, you have to put kids first, you know? Like, you can't start like, all right, y'all little niggas is good, I'm going on vacation. Like,
I had a coworker just tell me she went to Disneyland, and she was like, I would never go here with kids because they would ruin it. I understood her fully.
Of course, that don't sound like fun to me.
Not at all.
Like, that's a vacation for the kid. That's not a vacation for me.
Yeah.
So now imagine, I would say the average parent, right? You working, depending on how many kids you have, how much money you make, you probably taking 2 vacations a year. You gotta give one of those to the kids. No, so
yeah,
real talk. So it's like, the closer, like, I get, like, the older I get, I'm like, all right, I gotta start doing stuff for me. Like, I gotta start doing stuff that, like, always in the back of my mind. Like, that's why, like, I went to Europe was it last week, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Either way, like, that shit, like, opened my eyes all over again. Like, I'm not even gassing. I felt like spring 2010. Like I was studying abroad all over again. Like,
yeah, I too went on a trip recently.
Yeah,
Seattle,
exactly.
My
yeah.
eyes were open too.
But just like even
maybe a different way, but my eyes were open.
but
I feel exactly what you're saying.
But not even like to go across
life is
water.
Ticking.
Exactly.
And I feel like to your point, we're like racing against like children. Commitments is what I mean by commitments, and I don't know, even if you marriage, whatever. But children is the main one I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
It's like there's things to enjoy.
Yeah.
We're not in college anymore.
Nope.
Like in college, we're working at a desk, and the amount of money we're getting paid, we cherish $20.
I could barely eat Chinese food with that money.
We're doing a little bit better, and like we have the funds now to like to do different things. We love to travel. Stop like checking in, like work isn't everything. You just got to do stuff for yourself. I think I've just put myself to the back burner a lot and putting more people in front.
Easily.
And that's a good thing, but it can't be all the time.
Easily.
And that's relationships, that's family, but you got to focus on you.
How long? I would say for at least, I've been back up here, it's going on 3 years now.
Yeah.
Since I got back up here, we've been talking about like no homo, like taking a guy's trip. Like, yo, we should get all of our boys together and take a trip. And it literally took Ray getting engaged for us to go to his bachelor party in New Orleans. Like that was like the only time where like we all were like, yo, we're taking a trip, and that was because we were, I wouldn't say forced to, but you know, like the plans were already made for us. Like, yo, we're going this day, rather than like, yo, us
that's
being
a
like,
great point.
Rather than us being like, yo, fuck it, like we going here, like, yo, I want to go to fucking Amsterdam again. I want to like.
And it's like, yeah, what if Ray had gotten married when we were like 29? Would I still
like what's the purpose, right, of us working hard, making money, to not enjoy anything, to not take trips, to not do anything to give it all to Williamsburg and Brooklyn? And facts, exactly, like, and I love it. But I love New York City. I love Williamsburg. I love all. Yeah, make no mistake. I'm not one of those that complain about the city's too like. No, I will grind and I will work so I can survive. But I love the city. But it's like I don't want to spend like all. I don't want to have all my free cash is given to the city, but then I can't travel. I can't
for the
do
same
anything.
Experience, basically.
For the same experience, but in a different place.
Yeah,
in a different place. It's like the littlest things, like the littlest change of environment, is like a refresh for you. Like,
it really does.
Like went to New Orleans, and granted, we didn't relax at all that weekend,
but it was different.
It was different. I was like, oh
vibe.
shit, there's like hella bars. It's like a whole block. Like, oh, this is dope.
Yeah,
like
people just walking around freely,
drinking and shit. I was like, oh, this is different.
People are nice,
and granted, like
outwardly nice.
Yeah.
And that's just domestically.
Oh no, New York, there's no one nice here.
Nobody outward, no.
Niggas don't talk to no one here, unless they're transient. They'll talk to your ass all day, follow you around. But man, I just I think as we get older, you just gotta refocus.
Definitely,
just refocus on like what's important.
And you just need things to happen in life to help you refocus.
Facts, and just start planning, like, and just, I think, the Europe shit, a lot of it, me getting there, like us getting there was just a hassle. Like when we got there though, it was like, all right, cool, we got to Europe.
Yeah.
But when we got there, it was just like, yo, like, why did I neglect doing this? And I'm not even gonna lie, like she was telling me like, shit, I'm not even gonna lie how long she was asking me to take a trip. Like, almost at least over a year, she asked me to take a trip, and I was just like, nah, like why? Like we chilling right now. I didn't say like nah, like why, but it was more so like like work and like whatever. Like it just wasn't something that was at the forefront of my mind. And then when I took a trip, it reminded me like, yo, I enjoy traveling. Like, I enjoy meeting people from different cultures. I enjoy just that entire lifestyle, and to tie that into work and to the people I met at this networking event. Like, I don't know if I could ever just go full-fledged, like, drop everything. And just be like, no, like, I'm not the corporate nigga. I'm going to start, I mean, I might, I don't know if
maybe,
if I ever start my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Funds would have to be lined up. Things have to, but to meet someone from the complete opposite spectrum of me. Where it's like, where they weren't shit talking. They were like, oh wow, you're a lawyer. Damn, like it wasn't for me. I really respect you that you did that. But to meet someone from the opposite spectrum, where they and granted, I didn't meet any I didn't meet any failures. I met all success stories, so that I take that with a grain of salt also. Mm-hmm. But to be someone who just literally like went out on their own, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this and have been successful. Yeah, and it made more money than me. And like now, you wake up when you want to wake up. Like you stop working when you want to stop working. That's a
great point.
Like that kind of stuff, like it sits with me, and like because I think a lot. Like I mean, I talk a lot also, so people think I'm not thinking. But a lot of time, like I'm at home, my mind's constantly racing, and that's the kind of shit that's going through my mind. Where it's like, yo,
I know,
I gotta like
think about now, the future.
Yeah, like get to the point where I'm on my own clock. I'm punching my own clock. I'm on my own time. Like if I don't want to get up at 9 o'clock, I don't want to get up at 9 o'clock. Like that, because you said that when you went to Seattle, you was like, yo, it felt good for a couple of days to like
just do your own thing.
To like wake up at noon Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Like why can't you do that?
Yeah.
But then it's also like, you know, I also appreciate the comfort and stability of having a job, like having like, you know, knowing that I'm getting a steady paycheck. It's like trying to find that balance in life. Yeah.
Or finding something just to go full-fledged in one direction.
That's true.
Hey, see what comes.
Hey.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah, we gave you a packed one.
Yo, you see, this is what we always do.
This is a Friday evening in Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
If we like one day late, we go in. We like, yo, we got 2 hours for y'all lined up.
The scene is bopping outside this building.
Oh, you know it's crazy
and
outside.
It's
60 an hour and 45.
Yo.
Yeah, we gave him the work. We gave y'all the work.
Oh my goodness.
We gave y'all the work. So don't say, you know what, we made up for us being late.
Without question.
We gave him like an extra 35, 45 minutes tonight.
Yeah.
Of good talk too.
Really good
Went
talk.
Through the gambit, sports. They gave you this good networking
and now life.
And real life shit. But nah, yeah, man. I'm yeah. It's been good, man. As always.
Yeah, it's a good talk.
Good talks.
We're about to kill it off mic too.
Facts.
Great
Facts.
talk.
Got the lick in me now. I'm about to start rambling. Soon we hang up. I'm like, we done recording? Nigga. Oh my, but nah, as always, guys, thank you for supporting the podcast. Keep listening. Make sure you check out Instagram, Coolin' Out Pod. Check out the IGTV page, YouTube page, Coolin' Out Pod. Kev out here putting work in on these vids, so make sure y'all support, show love, because Kev out here editing, putting hella work out here, you know. What else is, Twitter. Hit us up on Google, Gmail if you have any questions you want us to answer, any topics you want us to talk about on the podcast. That's coolingoutpod@gmail.com, coolingoutpod@gmail.com, man. Thank you for the love, support. Make sure y'all keep rating, sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff, man. I mean, we're going to just keep putting out all these amazing, fantastic, you know, episodes for you guys, and we hope you guys enjoy it. Until next time, it's Coolin' Out.
Stay cool.